No words can be said. Amazing. Thank you so much.
My name is Alfred Mugho, and this is my life.
So in my last video, I talked about uncertainty and how uncertainty can be managed and controlled and can actually be a tool for you to take advantage of. But now I want to focus on something else, something a little bit more sinister that a lot of us are trying to seek but never really seem to quite get there. That is self-awareness. Self-awareness. The ability to look at yourself in the third person and take action and have the discipline to actually implement changes in your life. So how do we get self-awareness? How do we become self-aware? And how do we maintain it? So when we think about self-awareness and putting ourselves in uncomfortable situations, we have to grapple with the fact that we have to seek discomfort, at the same time be able to recognize that discomfort will bring us improvement in the future. So seeking discomfort is the most important thing when you're trying to build self-awareness in your life. When I moved here from Kenya about 8 years ago now, leaving my family behind, moving in with my aunt and uncle, the entire process was such a huge change in my life. By being in this uncomfortable situation, I actually grew so much. Over that next year, 2 years, I was completely individual. My individuality and my independence grew. And I made friends and was more social than I've ever been in my entire life. I tried out new things. I started wrestling. I started joining clubs. I started becoming more of a leader and more proud to be who I was as an individual. And I think moments like that, where you seek discomfort, when you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, even though you know that pain is coming, right? It's like when you go to the gym, you know that pain is coming, but the endorphins at the end of that session will empower you to go return to that gym, go improve yourself, go seek that discomfort, go see yourself and become more fulfilled and supercharge your life. That's why I think seeking discomfort is extremely important. The next thing here is learning. And when I say learning, I mean thinking about what you want to learn, what excites you, and being intentional with those things. Whether that's a subject you've been thinking about doing, whether that's a new area of expertise you're thinking about exploring professionally, everything in your life needs to be intentional. When we are intentional with our goals is when we see the most results. And part of being intentional with our goals, is being able to measure those goals, right? We've all heard of SMART goals, right? But when we think about putting them in our lives, we have to think about the small daily things, not just the big goals we have in our lives, but the things we do every day. It ties back to the wonderful book, The One Thing by Gary Keller, where he talks about the one thing we should be doing every day. Whenever you're doing something, try to be focused on that one thing. Turn off your phone when you're studying. Put away the distractions in your life and focus in on that moment, because those 2-3 hours of focus at a time what make your goals become real, and those intentional hours of focus will enable you to deal with uncertainty better, but also be able to seek discomfort and overrule that discomfort and grow from that discomfort and achieve more self-awareness. The one last thing that kind of really enables self-awareness is discipline. Discipline is the glue and the foundation that holds and enables self-awareness to actually come to fruition. Because even if you are self-aware, you have to have the conviction to actually act on that self-awareness and change something in your life, change your habits, and supercharge your life in a new way. So now we understand that conviction is the key to enabling self-awareness. Action and intentional action is the key to enabling self-awareness. Because if we're self-aware but don't have the actions to back it, then that self-awareness will never come to fruition. So let's say we want to get up at 5 a.m. every single day. What are we going to do? What we'll start doing is focusing on the small wins. A lot of the times, when we come to a fork in the road, most people will either just say no, or on the other end, they will say yes, but they won't really have a plan to action. The key is having the plan to action. And this really consists of a lot of small wins for yourself, little bursts of euphoria enable yourself to build that conviction and build that momentum over time. And it's simple, really. If you want to get up at 5 a.m. every day, what you need to start doing is getting up 15 minutes earlier every single week. And then the next week, get up 30 minutes earlier. And then the next week, get up 45 minutes earlier. And over time, these small wins will enable you to reach that tall, big mountain goal that you have. And it will enable you to see through on your self-awareness. Discipline is the foundation of self-awareness, as it is with so many other things in our lives. But discipline is extremely important, and it takes a lot of small wins to build discipline. So everyone, I'd like to thank you so much for watching this video this week. I know that we are all at home right now. We're all facing different challenges. Some of us at work, some of us going to school, and what that's going to look like. But I just want to empower you guys and acknowledge you, everyone, for really taking action together and staying home and being very intentional about what we're doing as a community and as a society. All of this will really help kind of mitigate the effects we've seen from this virus and this outbreak, and will help us get back to normal life sooner rather than later. So take care, have a great one, and remember that every day is a miracle. Always keep that in mind and double down on your strengths. Take care.